solid win at Tynecastle. Gary Gillespie drops back into right midfield, and Joe Miller returns to the wing. And Tony Mowbray makes his first start in 2 months in central defence after being out with a troublesome injury. And Jerry Craney, with 9 goals in his last 6 games, is in cracking form for Celtic. He's in the Scotland squad, along with teammates Brian O'Neill and Steve Fulton, for the quarter-final away first leg of the Under-21 European Championships against Germany next week. And in Celtic's cup run, he scored 4 goals, bringing his tally for the season to 17. And the Morton manager, Alan McGraw, makes 3 changes in the side that drew with Montrose last week. 22-year-old Dougie Johnston replaces the injured John Bogue, while David Hopkin and Jim Tolmie are at number 10 and 11. Well, back in the 50s, we had last-minute Laurie Riley. Morton have to thank last-minute Rowan Alexander for taking them through to the quarter-finals. 2 last-minute goals against Meadowbank Thistle, the equaliser at Capello, and then the winner in the replay in Edinburgh. 10 goals this season, and he's scored in every cup game for Morton. And the referee, David Seymour, Rutherglen, who handled last season's cup final at Hampden. Perfect conditions for this Scottish Cup quarter-final tie. A little bit of sunshine beginning to come after the early rain. The 9th meeting in the cup between Celtic and Morton. Celtic have won 7 and Morton 1. On the one occasion the Greenock side won was in 1948, when it was an ex-Celt, Eddie Murphy, who scored the only goal in the semi-final. And could ex-Celt Alec Matty perhaps play a similar role today? It's up the Parkhead, well filled, the crowd anticipating an exciting cup tie. David Wiley being brought into the action. Slight breeze, if anything, in Celtic's favour. Collins firmly challenged by Hopkin. And again, nice touch in by Matthew towards Alexander. Mowbray at full stretch. Og. Hopkin again, a drive. Oh, and almost a touch there by Tolmie, coming in on the blind side. And that was a good move from Morton. Hopkin drove that one across the face of the goal, and Jim Tolmie, sliding in, just failed to make contact. Doak has stayed up, and a good effort, testing Marshall. Well, Doak stayed up with the attack, so Morton creating 2 very good chances inside the first 4 minutes. And again, the ball delivered inside. Doak saw the target and had a go, and Marshall had to be alert. Morton pressure, looking for an early goal. Doak, Marshall, oh, and again Morton had a chance. Hopkin snatched at it, but certainly Morton are putting pressure on the Celtic defence. It was the in-swinging corner that caused problems. It broke down to Hopkin, and the quick shot wasn't far away. Fulton to Boyd. Hopkin covering. Collins. Good backup play by Boyd. And a corner to Celtic. Again, Boyd coming forward. The last captain, of course, to lay hands on the Scottish Cup, and he was captain of Motherwell last season. Mowbray up there. Hopkin back defending. And again. Matty. Collins forward, and Paul McStay was very deep. Wins it for Boyd. Nice McCoy. Oh, and again a chance, and it's forced in. Over the line. Celtic have scored, and Jerry Craney again in Celtic's first attack. Craney does the damage. 6 minutes on the clock. Celtic 1, Morton 0. Celtic built up down the left. They cut across the face of the goal, and it seemed to have gone past the danger zone. Miller did well, and Craney just forced it over the line and no more. Morton tackling sharply as MacArthur tries to break on the right. Fulton was there for Celtic. Number number 10, David Hopkin, who scored against Meadowbank Thistle in the replay. Tries to drive it in, doesn't make a particularly good job of it. Matty turns his man, shoots, and oh, again Marshall has to turn it round the post as former Celt very nearly got the equaliser. That was a fine bit of skill there from Matty, turning his man and shooting, and Marshall again covering the left-hand post. Under pressure, Coyne snapping at it. Miller now, he's got Morris behind him, but goes for Coyne, the dummy. Craney again, didn't quite get the power he wanted. But an appreciative ripple of applause from the Celtic fans, the way that move built up. Miller and then Coyne the dummy, and Craney's effort easily taken by Wiley. Bolton again, bit of an outswinger. Wiley, and Doak getting into all sorts of trouble there. Did he carry it over? The linesman and the referee says no, and a bit of misunderstanding between the goalkeeper and the captain, always causing problems. But Celtic now looking for a second just before half-time. Coyne trying to turn and twist his way in, settles for a corner. Miller takes the corner. Will be attacking it, but it was Doak, his opposite number, that got it away. Celtic pressurising Morton in the closing minutes of the first half. Craney getting away from his marker. Mowbray and Wiley report. Mowbray scored 2 goals for Celtic so far, looking for a third there, but it was very well saved indeed by Wiley. Offside for Celtic, and it's Tommy Boyd. Inside the final minute, as Craney gets the shot in, and what a goal! Craney, an absolute bullet of a goal. Wonderful goal by Jenny Craney, a wonderful strike. Well, there seemed a little danger for Morton when Craney turned, and look at the way that rifled into the net in the dying seconds of the first half. Craney's second, and Celtic lead Morton by 2 goals to 0. Collins out to Coyne. Coyne again, back post ball, knocked away there by Ogg. Danger still not cleared. McStay. Oh, and again Wiley, seeing that would just slip inches away as the Celtic captain very nearly made it 3. McStay well up with his attack there, and when that came he let go, and Wiley diving desperately so it passed. And the half-time whistle goes with a rather flattering half-time scoreline of Celtic 2, Morton 0, thanks to Jerry Craney. He scored in Celtic's first attack when they put pressure on Morton, and he just forced it over the line at the near post. Perhaps that was a bit of a scrappy goal, but there in the final minute of the first half, a tremendous 20-yarder rifled past the helpless Wiley, and Celtic were ahead by 2 goals to 0. Tolmie coming off his man, but Boyd again, another surging run. Craney at the far side, setting up for Miller, and again the left foot drive off target, but Celtic make it look very easy. Again Boyd winning the tackle, and then that surging run, the deep cross that Craney laid back for Miller, and the little winger had the luxury of the left foot shot that went wide. Half chance for Matty, an old point blank save by Gordon Marshall, but the flag was up as Matty got that one through. He was offside, and that was Morton pressure. It was Rafferty who forced it through, but as Matty turned he was offside, and although Marshall parried it, it wouldn't have counted it if it had gone in. Matty challenging, chance for Alexander, and once again Marshall deprives Morton of a goal. An absolutely outstanding save from Gordon Marshall. The ball forced through there. Alexander seemed to have the time and the space, but denied by Marshall. Shakes his head unbelievingly. Doak shouting encouragement to his colleagues, and again attacking the ball positively and winning it from Morton in midfield. McStay finding space for Morris. Nice flick by Coyne. Craney. And here's Coyne turning it inside. Oh, just inches over the top. The flying Jenny Craney. A sweeping Celtic attack, some lovely interpassing, and Craney just foiled as that effort went over the top. So Celtic have this free kick, and Boyd knocks it forward for Craney. Galloway. Oh, and Wiley got a touch. Yes, that was a goal if Wiley hadn't touched it. Galloway bursting into the action and driving Celtic forward. An excellent shot, and Wiley at full stretch. The longer the game's gone, it's full-time training which is beginning to tell, and Celtic might find gaps at the back. As Nicholas comes into the action almost for the first time. Galloway might think about a shot. Tries to lay off a 1-2 and a chance for Collins, and oh, given away there. And John Collins nipping in for Celtic's third. And really the Morton defence seemed to have cleared up the danger, but Ogg's back pass was spotted by Collins. Nick to get it past Wiley, and Celtic ahead by 3-0. Sporting handshakes exchanged. Celtic, a convincing, solid performance. John Collins got the third in the second half, 6 minutes from time to add to Jenny Craney's 2 first-half goals. And it's Celtic who triumphed by 3-0, and they're through to the semi-final of the Scottish Cup.